He's already soft-spoken as it is. He's already as soft-spoken as it is.
Oh man, coming apart. Come on.
Hey, somebody pick that right there. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What's the word? How y'all doing?
Well, where are you seeing growth in Leonard Floyd as camp in the offseason?
Oh man, everywhere, man. Just everything. Hand use, run, pass, running to the ball after the play, everything, man. You can see it every play.
What's the biggest upside of him as a pass rusher?
The biggest upside is his speed, man. His quickness off the ball. I mean, he got one of the best get-offs in the league, man. If he uses it consistently, and that's what it's all about right now, just being consistent, getting off the ball and using our hands and whatever it is we're working on that day.
Khalil, what's the best way to describe the vibe you guys are feeling on defense in this training camp? Just seems like everything is going your way.
Yeah, man, you got to have that cohesiveness, man. It's an energy that you feel when you're out there, and you can't help but kind of bounce around and feel light because everybody's flying around to the ball and want to make a play.
This is your first time with them in a training camp situation. How has it been for you getting acclimated to it? It just seems like
it's fun, man. It's fun, man, having this group of DBs, linebackers, D-line. Everything is effortless, you know what I mean? You give what you give, you know what I mean? You go out and do your job, but everybody's doing the same and making plays, and that's all you ask for.
And it is just training camp, but does what you've done so far as a unit, does that give you any more idea that maybe you can be even better than you thought when you came in?
And that's the point. That's the point of emphasis, man. Not really focusing on last year, but just continuing to come out and work on the little things and get better as a group. And the little things could be running to the ball and getting off a block sooner, and all those different intangibles that you need as a defensive unit.
Why do you think the transition to Chuck has gone as smoothly as it has?
I mean, you still got the same group of guys out there almost, you know what I mean? The same energy, the same effort. And, I mean, the play call can't really change that, you know what I'm saying? And that's the beautiful thing about this group.
Does it feel as smooth to you as it looks to us?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Effortless, man, and that's all you guys for.
Khalil, are you noticing the growth with your offense?
With the offense, yeah, absolutely. Every day they're doing something. They're doing something way better than they did before, and that's all you can ask for from a group like that.
Do you feel that they're using what you guys are doing against them to try to raise their game?
Absolutely, and that's all you can ask for. You know what I'm saying? They raising their play up with ours as well. You know what I mean? So that's all you can really do. Come out here and get better together.
You guys as a defense seem to enjoy the takeaways. What does that mean in terms of practice, and how do you make that work in a game? How do you bring that to the game field?
That's the whole point. So takeaways on the field and the practice field kind of correlate to takeaways on the field in the game as well. You know what I mean? And so it goes hand in hand. When you work on taking away a ball in practice, naturally it happens in the game.
How have you guys grown as a defense from where you guys were? Well, you weren't even here a year ago, but as the season went on last year down to this point, how much have you guys grown?
I would say tremendously. You know what I mean? It was a transition with a coach, with the defensive coordinator, but all in all, it's still the same group of guys, and we all know what it is that we want to do this year, and we set goals for ourselves, and we're trying to ultimately reach those.
What are those goals?
I can't tell you that.
I know you probably won't play in the preseason game on Thursday, but what are you looking for? What do you hope to see out of this defense?
I hope to see dominance, man. Dominance, no matter who's on the field. Just seeing everybody make plays. You know what I mean? Ultimately, even if you don't end up being here, you're putting that good film on display for the whole league to see, and that's what you want to see. The vibes rubbing off throughout the whole defense and offense and everybody's special teams as well.
Hey, Khalil, Mitch Trubisky admitted that it's kind of frustrating going up against your defense out there. Do you guys take pride in that, frustrating your teammates a little bit? Yeah.
I didn't know he said that, but it's funny. But at the same time, that's what you want. You know what I mean? You want the quarterback to be frustrated. That's nice to hear. You know what I mean? But ultimately, he's doing his thing. He's getting better as well. And so, yeah, you can see the growth through him and us, and he's helping us as well.
Khalil, how does your experience at this camp compare to what you went through with the Raiders? I mean, are all NFL training camps the same? Is there anything different about this one as far as being on this team? Or
man, you can say everything's the same when it comes to football. It's just the grind of football, you know what I mean? But ultimately, things are different. The weather and all these different the tangibles that you face throughout the training camp. You know what I mean? Kind of grind. But yeah, you can't really compare the two. You know what I mean? It's all kind of different at the same rate. You know
How
what I mean?
you liking Bourbonnais?
Bourbonnais smooth, man. I like the people, the weather. It's been okay.
Everything they told you it was going to be, all your
Right. My expectations, they feel my expectations, it's been beautiful.
Khalil, as somebody that's got kind of a reserved personality, how do you go about building relationships with your teammates and stuff behind the scenes?
Yeah, man, I do that in my own way, man. Don't do it in front of the cameras and all that, you know what I'm saying? Just on personal time, just going to chill, hang out, have a bite to eat in the lunchroom, just chilling, hanging out, that type of vibe, man. That's my thing.
Was that unusual at all for you last year?
You say what?
Was it unusual or a challenge at all coming in last year with a whole group of new guys as you're ready for the season? How did you deal with
ultimately, man, football players are kind of all the same kind of guys. They want to see somebody that could come in and dominate. And once you come in and dominate, you know what I'm saying, you kind of get the respect from everybody, you know what I mean? And it kind of it's natural after that.
That's an easy way to make
friends. Yeah. Come in and do your thing. And it kind of easy after that, man.
Well, if you're a fan of Eddie Jackson almost from the day you got here, what was it about his wiring that stuck out to you?
Man, ultimately, he's a Florida boy, you know what I'm saying? For a lot of Bill, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He kind of rub off that kind of way because I'm a Florida boy as well. But not only that, man, you can see his hunger. You can see his, you know what I mean? His wants, his willingness to go out and do the small things and want to be great. And he's not really accepting mediocre things on the field, and he's making plays, and that's all you can ask for from a safety. Appreciate it.
If you give this side some love.
It's when they're screaming and how quiet he is.
go.
How's everybody doing?
Good, good. All right, so ended there with a pretty good practice. Again, kind of like yesterday, I think the guys are doing a great job of fighting through where they're at right now. It's time to get to the preseason game and get rolling there. But I'm happy with our progress. I like where our guys are at, and mentally, physically, and so it'll be here before you know it.
Is there a verdict yet on who won't play Thursday?
Is that a backwards? That's an interesting question too. There's not no. We're still working through that. We're still working through it. But like I said, you know, we're gonna do some good things, and we're gonna do some things that it's gonna be nice to see where some of our other guys are at depth-wise, to see some competition, which will be nice.
Mentally with this team, what have you appreciated about their wiring?
So here's what I'll say, Dan. Not one time, literally not one time this whole camp, not one time in the periods have I had to say pick it up. Not one time. Yesterday would have been the one, and we tried to get him before practice. Eddie Jackson mentioned that in breaking down the team huddle a few days ago, that coach hasn't had to say that, and he's right. And it's real. I mean, these guys, they lead themselves, they motivate themselves, and when you have that, you know, it makes my job as a coach a lot easier, and our other coaches.
Matt, what can Trey accomplish when he's not on the field, and between now and getting him back out, what's the thing that he can do that gets him ready to play?
Just making sure he's there for the other guys. You know, Bradley's learning a new position, Sol, so he can help him out in a lot of different ways. Watch a lot of tape, and then when he's in there, you know, continuing to rehab back and get everything right, just keep working at it. Mentally, I'm not worried about him at all. Timing he had all year last year with Mitch, so we just want to make sure he's really good come week one.
What do you see of Riley Ridley, another guy who got back up to
Same thing. Again, it's still early because we haven't seen anything in any preseason games, but I like what I've seen. He's adjusted well to the playbook. Unfortunately, he had that hamstring. He's come back now. He's worked every day to get back to this point, so we want to get him out there. He looked good today, and he's just such a great kid.
Do you expect that he will get some playing time on Thursday? Is he ready for that?
Who's that, Riley?
Yeah, Riley.
I'm not sure yet. Probably 50-50 on him right now.
Matt, no field goal kicking today that we saw. Was that part of the plan?
Kind of the game week thing. So this is what Taves does, where yesterday he combined them. Today, take a little breather, let them get a, you know, so the guys in general have dead legs. Their legs right now, they've kicked a lot. So let's get them ready for that preseason game. But we're just going to score all touchdowns.
How do you look for the competition in some of your receiving, you know, like your fourth or fifth receiver? How do you look at that competition?
I'm anxious to see some of that play out in the preseason with those wide receivers. I said going into the year, this offseason, I think the depth at our wide receiver positions, we're in a good spot, and it's going to all play itself out.
Matt, Dave Ragone has been with Mitch since his first game of the year. What have you appreciated about Dave, and what do you see as his strengths in that process?
Sure. So Rags has done an amazing job. He's built that relationship with him since the day he's been here. That's invaluable. You have that. And I think, you know, I know for a fact how much Mitch respects him, not only as a coach, but as a coach, but as a player or a person too. And so he's played the position. He understands how things are going. Dave's also been in a lot of different offenses, so he can kind of put it in layman's terms, or maybe even use, hey, this is how we saw it before, this is how we do it now, etc. But we're very fortunate to have him. He's a hard worker. He's very passionate about it. That relationship is so invaluable, in my opinion, for us as a team.
You've been in that role before. For you, what was the key of having your voice as a quarterback's coach heard? But obviously there's other voices also.
Sure. Well, it's number one is making sure that anything that I would need as a head coach, for me it was Coach Reed, that I was the conduit, meaning Ragone is the conduit to me. Yeah. And there's going to be some things in private that those two have that doesn't get to me, and for a good reason. Yeah. But when it comes to football, etc., that relationship between all of us has to be spot on. What's that? Yeah, we're still kind of going through all that. I mean, he's, you know, just I think for all these guys, it's important. No matter if they play a little bit, play a lot, or don't play at all, mentally they go through the whole process, right? That's big. And so for him, we'll go through all that. We'll put a nice little plan together, and I think whatever we do, it's going to be for the best of the team.
You guys went through last season pretty healthy. To you, was that confirmation at all that preseason approach was the right way to do it?
I think so. I do. But, you know, every team's different. Every situation. We had 5 games last year. This year we got 4. So we love where we're at right now depth-wise. and I think that when the time comes, whatever positions it is, for us to be able to evaluate second and third team players versus some ones and some twos, that's pretty good, and that's a credit to Ryan and our personnel guys for bringing good players in so that we can create depth and competition.
Mitch talked about the physical reps.
Go ahead, I'll come back.
That being said, how valuable is it though that Mac is here, Roquan is here, and they weren't a year ago?
You know when that's really valuable is here in practice here. That's where it's valuable because we're getting nice conditioning. They're getting a lot of volume and reps. Plus, we control it. We control every situation. So whatever we want, we can do that. Last year, we didn't have that with Roquan. We didn't have that with 52. So when you can control an environment and practice, you got to take advantage of that.
Just going to ask you, what are the value of the mental reps that Michigan gave Thursday night as opposed to maybe physical reps?
The value of it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Mentally, you're saying?
Because you were talking about getting, mentally being a good.
No. It's just the process of going through the pregame warm-ups, the stretching, mentally preparing yourself, for every. So you're playing a full game. He's not playing a full game.
Right.
So, but mentally getting prepared every moment you can get where you're prepping yourself. That's what I was talking about mentally.
Were you prepared to talk to the governor? What did you get to?
Yeah. He told me he expects 16-0 in a Super Bowl. I said, woo. That's some pretty lofty expectations.
Matt, we talked a lot about Shaheen Burton and Soul for obvious reasons. Where does Ben Broniker fit in the conversation right now?
Well, Ben has, for us, with me, he's been here from day one that I've been here. He's been consistent every practice. He's a U tight end. He's very valuable on special teams. And so he gives you somebody that you trust as both a Y and a U. He can do that. So he's versatile. I like that, and I think that we're very fortunate to have him.
Matt, you talked about David Montgomery's ability to shed tacklers, especially what he did on his college tape. You excited to see that now in a preseason game?
Yeah, I'm fired up about it. I think he's definitely fired up. I'm fired up. He's really fired up. I mean, he's ready to put the pads on and do some thumping and play a real game.
What other players are you fired up to see? Is there some other players that you want? Are you the one to see?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to say it because then if I say it and then they do well, and then other teams can let. So that I'm just going to keep that between me.
What are you seeing in Leonard and his sort of continued evolution?
Yeah, he's quiet. He's having a really good quiet camp. That's who he is. He doesn't say much. He just plays hard, and nothing's changed. He played hard last year at this time. He was running around. He ended up breaking his finger there in the preseason, and Shaheen got hurt too. So we're just gonna. You didn't say anything about that.
Is it difficult to measure Leonard's progress?
I'm trying to stay one step ahead of y'all right now.
Is it difficult to measure his progress when you can't put the quarterback on the ground and trying to figure out whether he's able to finish rushing?
For sure. Yeah, you can't touch the quarterback or you get cut, and that would put me in a really tough situation with 94.
Yeah, but I'm saying, are you seeing him finishing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's crazy. Yeah. Finish, right? Yeah. They finish. We just tell them don't swipe with their arms and the quarterback's going back. Just hit, don't even touch them. Just act like you hit it, and then we'll tell you sacked them. So.
Cut Floyd. How do you explain that to Chuck?
Then I don't, because I won't be here.